Hi everybody, welcome to show number 5. Did you think we'd last this long? I'm not sure I did, but I'm happy that we did, happy that you're here tuning in. A lot's been happening. March Madness, I'm going to call it. We were challenged to even get this show in, and I'm just so thankful that we were able to. It has been a wild March. One of those cute people behind the camera here called it March 55th. It does feel like March 55th, 2023. It's been a wild and crazy month. Lots going on the court, off the court, in our lives. As everyone knows, my husband has retired. We're so excited. We are so grateful. Our hearts are full and overflowing. I'll talk more about that later on in the show. I've been teasing Elmcrest Children's Center for a couple months now, and I had the privilege and opportunity to go over there last week, actually, take a tour of their mental health facility that is opened as of today. We're so excited about it. It is critical, as we all know, yesterday, today, and tomorrow for our community and our country. But I'm more concentrated on this community right here. So I'm just comforted by the fact that we now have this incredible facility that I can't wait to show you, ready to go, ready to house 12 kids. There's 12 beds, 12 incredible bedrooms that you're going to see. It's called the Children's Mental Health Respite Program at Elmcrest. Elmcrest does a whole multitude of services for kids and their families. Overall, it supports children at risk and their families to help them overcome extreme circumstances. Can't even imagine what some of those circumstances are. But I'm so grateful that Elmcrest is here to help. Elmcrest.org is their website, so if you want to just tap into that anytime and just learn about it. I'm sure some of you didn't know that it was even here in our community, so check it out. You're going to love everything about it. 175 years of service to our community. That is amazing. So with no further ado, here is a peek at Elmcrest Mental Health Respite Center. Hi everybody, I'm here at Elmcrest Children's Center. I'm at Heron Hall, which serves as the Children's Crisis Respite Cottage. They just renovated this. It's super exciting. I can't wait to show you inside. Let's go take a look.
Hi Julie, welcome to Elmcrest.
Thank you
I'm
so
Dan.
much. Nice to
Nice to meet you. Come on in.
Thank you.
So,
nice and bright.
Oh, absolutely. We really wanted to make this feel as home-like as possible. So we want it to be comfortable, safe, clean, and a place where kids can really spend some time. This is one of our recreation rooms. There's 2 of these rooms within this building, and set up with all different kinds of things that kids might enjoy spending some time with while they're staying with us. Although we are a mental health treatment program, kids are kids, and they're going to want to play while they're here too. So want to accommodate that.
So this cottage is mental health program.
Absolutely. Heron Hall and White Pine Hall, which are both located within this building, are children's crisis respite programs, specifically for the mental health needs of kids who require more than they can receive in a home or community-based setting, but don't maybe need a hospital level of care in order to get better. Oh, I'd love to show you our family visit space, which is just this way.
Yeah.
It is it's a room that families can use when they come and visit their children while they're staying with us.
Yeah.
And it's also a space where children can spend some time when they are not occupied by a visit. So we've got a TV in here. It could also be a nice spot to do some other kinds of like arts and crafts activities, maybe work on homework, things like that.
Yeah, okay. That's wonderful. Do you bring in people from the community to, help or entertain or yoga or anything like that? Or maybe you already have that going on the campus?
Well, we have a large team of staff members here that we really tap into for their skills and expertise in things beyond mental health treatment. So we've got former collegiate athletes here who love getting the kids out and teaching them different things on the basketball court or on the athletic fields that are here. We've got artists, we've got people who are interested in music production. We've got a lot of coaches on our staff. Yeah. And so what we look to is to have our existing team of people bring their love of other activities to the kids that are staying here. One of the things that we always talk about with our staff when we're training them is that we want the activities that they're doing with kids to be building that child's confidence, to be teaching them a skill, or just helping them feel some happiness. And so if we're doing our activities so that they meet those three needs, then we're doing a lot of good for whatever kid might be here.
Yeah, or just feeling valued and loved, having someone to come
Absolutely.
in and work. Yeah, that's so great. Wonderful. I love it. Show me more.
All right, let's go upstairs. That's where some of our bedrooms are.
Okay.
This is an ADA compliant bedroom, so it's large enough that somebody in a wheelchair can maneuver in here. And also have some private space. We've got TVs in each room where Netflix and Hulu accounts are set up for the kids to be able to use.
That's really, really impressive.
Thank you. All right, well, why don't I show you to one of the therapy offices.
Okay.
One of the things that we really try to do here is keep kids connected to any existing therapist or any existing medical or mental health provider that they may already have.
Okay.
Now, we do have in-house therapy as well. And so for kids with those existing providers, we try to partner with them as much as possible, still bring that child to therapy in the community, but also have our therapist here address whatever that crisis was that brought them to stay with us to begin with.
So they work together with their existing therapist, but you take them out to meet that existing
We can set up a space for them to have a Zoom session with their therapist. If they prefer that, we can physically take them to their therapist office. We can facilitate an in-person visit here. There's a lot of different ways.
Say, so a therapist might be open to coming here.
Depending on the program they work in, they certainly could. I used to supervise a school-based mental health program, and I can imagine a lot of school-based therapists would be perfectly happy to come here and see a child who's staying with us.
That's so great. Wow. Very happy vibe in here.
And now I would love to show you the naming rights that the Boeheim Foundation received. We have the Boeheim Bistro just ahead of us.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
Yeah, it's
I love
one of my favorite spaces on our campus. It really is. It's got these nice big windows, murals that represent the heron and white pine that this building is named for. We do have a permanent sign coming. This is temporary for you, but
yeah. Well, we'd like for people to know where their dollars are going, and wow, I'm just so touched. Really, this is what a great place to invest our foundation dollars.
Food goes such a long way in helping this feel like a home-like environment.
Oh, yeah.
I think more than anything, something that might help a kid to feel at ease while they're staying with us. And we're fortunate that we've got a great chef who can meet any kind of dietary need, including gluten-free. We're equipped to be able to accommodate any kind of religious restriction when it comes to food. And three meals a day, 7 days a week, and hot meals for the kids. And yeah, it should be a real difference maker.
Amazing. Wow. My friend Mary Nelson says, feed them and you'll keep them, you know, but it's just kind of a way to get to the heart, for sure.
We have said that once we had our chef hired, that the hard part was done.
Yeah.
So I relate to that.
So true. I can't tell you how excited I am and impressed about this cottage. It is unbelievable. Way beyond my wildest dreams. You guys have to be so excited.
We are. We're very excited. We're very proud of this space and the programs that we're going to be starting here.
What is the process of getting a child in here?
Well, to start, anyone can start the referral process. That's by design. We really wanted it to be accessible, not to have to go through a therapist or a doctor, although we can certainly accept referrals from them as well. We know that not everyone who's going to need this program is necessarily connected to a mental health care network. That's really why we wanted it to be the sort of thing where a coach, a teacher, a friend or family member, or perhaps even the youth themselves gives us a call on their own behalf in order to get things started.
That's great. Yeah, a lot of kids in need aren't getting the medical care, and that's so great to be able to come in outside of that window. That's terrific. Wow. I mean, everything I find out here, it just keeps on raising the bar here in my mind. We're just so happy to be a part of it, to be able to see this today with you. You know, Elmcrest Children's Center in general, what you guys do is amazing. You've been in operation for over 175 years.
That's right.
So that just speaks volumes right there, the longevity. You know, and then we think about the need. You know, earlier you said the need in children's mental health crisis has, since 2014 to 2020, increased by 10 times. Right?
That's right. And that's based off of some data that we were provided from Upstate Children's Hospital, Golisano, from 2014 to 2020, I believe it was, that the number increased about 10 times over. And that was the last year that we received that data. But we expect, knowing how trauma and stressful situations impact people, that although the worst days of the COVID pandemic that also occurred in 2020, although that's behind us now, that the effects of it still linger and could predispose a lot of people toward potential struggle with anxiety, depression, or any number of other mental health issues. That's particularly true of children who experienced that during their formative years.
Yeah, because I think I was so surprised, because I think I attribute this increase to COVID. But this thing was already on the rise. A lot of it's also awareness, people being comfortable raising their hand, help, I need help. You know, that's kids and adults. That's all of us being in touch with where we are, you know, in our daily lives. But I was really stunned by that number in those years. I would probably believe that from 2019 to today, but we were already heading in this direction, and COVID has kind of ignited everything.
Very much so.
So we're really at your mercy here at Elmcrest in many ways. You know, I was reading just your whole mission statement, and it's about kids in really unthinkable situations and circumstances. I think the word was critical circumstances. I'm not sure what that wording is on your mission statement, but they're unthinkable for many of us, I think.
Yeah.
The situations where kids come into Elmcrest from.
Absolutely, and that has certainly been the case historically, especially our longer term care programs that are on this campus. What we're expecting with this particular program is that we'll have certainly some situations like that, some things that might be hard for some people to imagine, but we'll also have any number of other types of backgrounds and circumstances a part of the kids' lives who come to stay with us. The easiest way to explain it is that if you imagine a classroom in your mind, and you imagine the different types of kids that are in there, you've got the kid who's maybe, it's clear that their clothes are worn, maybe their family doesn't have very much. You've got the class clown. You've got the straight A student who's always sitting right in the front of the classroom, furiously writing everything down. You've got the kids who are really involved in art or sports. Any of those kids could be here. Truly, any of those kids could come and stay at this program for a period of time up to and including 3 weeks, if that's what they need to feel better.
And then after that 3 weeks, if they hit another rough spot, they can come back. Are there any limits in those visits? And
there really isn't.
Yeah.
We want to help as much as we can. What we might see is that in some rare cases, perhaps somebody is showing up very frequently to our crisis respite programs. Perhaps they're spending more time with us than they're able to spend at home. And that might be a good sign to us that perhaps a level of care beyond Elmcrest is what that person actually needs. But that's going to be a rarity. In most cases, children will come and stay with us, and we will provide some therapeutic services while they're here. We'll set them up with a network of aftercare supports, and then things will continue to improve once they return home.
That's wonderful. Well, you've really embraced the whole situation here in such an unbelievable environment. The bedrooms, the bistro, the Boeheim bistro. Now, that might be my favorite spot in the place. No, only because it represents this community and its support of what you're doing through our foundation, but it's still this community. We're so privileged to support such an incredible and amazing initiative here and organization. And there's a QR code on our screen. I know it's been flashing around there, and I want anyone who's interested in learning more about Elmcrest Children's Center or want to donate, we would love it. I know you have raised the funds for this, but funds are always needed. You have a whole lot going on. How many cottages do you have here on the campus?
Well, there's 17 buildings on this campus, but off the top of my head, I'd say about 10 to 12 of them directly serve children or families. And we are looking to expand that number, in fact, with some fundraising efforts that are undergoing currently. We know that the 12 beds in this building are going to be helpful, but we also know that the need is beyond what these 12 beds can do. And so that is what we are hoping to generate some more funding for currently, is the next set of 8 beds in order to meet the mental health care needs of the kids in our community.
Yeah, and how many beds do you have? How many kids, spent the night here last night on the campus?
Ooh, right now, I'd say between 50 and 60. But we also have some community-based programming on this campus where those children didn't spend the night here. We've got just next door, we've got an early education center that's got dozens of really young kids in there getting not just daycare, but also some early intervention and special education services. We've got some outpatient substance use treatment for kids that takes place on this campus, and some outpatient mental health therapy that takes place here.
Well, there's a lot of people that don't even know this campus exists here, and it's just such a gem in our community. It's such a necessity. We need this desperately. A lot of times we feel so defeated, like, well, I can't, this is bigger than me, so I'm just going to walk away from it. Don't tell me anymore. I don't want to know anymore. But we have to listen. We have to look. We have to learn and do our part in every way. And so I just encourage everyone to take a look at what Elmcrest does and be so proud that we have it here in our community. It is so desperately needed. This building, the bathrooms, the bistro, the laundry room, the bedrooms, just the hangout room, the family room, all of it just gives me so much hope for our kids that are in need. And you guys are amazing what you do, Dan. Thank you so much for your time here as well and investment in these kids.
Well, thank you very much for your support and all of your support as well. We really can't do it without you. These programs support themselves once they're running, But to get a building into the position that you've seen here today, where it's a nice space and an appropriate space and a safe space, it takes some money and it takes some work, and that's where the Boeheim Foundation has been so helpful.
Well, and so many others. So
Absolutely.
let's keep it going. Let's keep going. Let's keep Elmcrest going and thriving and growing, and you know, we can do this together for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm a believer. I hope you are too now. Isn't that amazing? It is super exciting. And as of today, the doors are open officially today. Dan gave me an update earlier. Dan Burns is phenomenal. He's going to do a great job there. So as of today, they are open for referrals. Anyone can initiate a referral of someone in need by calling 680-895-0666. The number's on the screen. They are just waiting for the phones to ring. That is so encouraging and comforting. You know, you don't have to go through a doctor's referral or all the red tape of that. You can be a mom, you can be a sibling, you can be a teacher. Anyone who notices a kid in need can call and refer that child to their services. And wow, home run. Amazing. So I hope everyone agrees with our donation and support of the community dollars that come into our foundation that we put into Elmcrest. We want to keep supporting it and hope to do that. All right, we have some comments. Let's see what is going on out there. Oh, Penelope. Thank you. Yes, we sure need it. Our community needs it. So do other communities. Maybe we'll start something here. Gail Page, I love you. What an amazing resource for the children in our community. Yes, and so are you, Gail. You've done so much for us. Heather Rodriguez, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Oh, our honoree, Debbie Pridgeon. She and her husband are our honorees at the gala this year. David and Debbie Pridgeon. They've been huge supporters. Thank you, guys. We love you. Can't wait to celebrate you. So that brings me to a surprise guest I have. I didn't tease it earlier because I was afraid he'd be a no-show. But he is here, actually. Come on in. Let's show everyone who it is. No, not Bean. Not Bean.
It's Bean. It's Bean. He's the star.
It's the retired guy in my life.
He's the star of the
Yay!
show. This is the only. See who? That's who she
Honey,
wants.
snuggle up a little bit.
That's who she wants in here. Bean, not me.
No, it's you. So, how is retirement so far?
It's good. It's really good. I don't have to worry about portal guys or getting guys or keeping guys or anything.
Now all that attention can go on me, right?
That's it, 100% right. 100%. It's a good feeling. I mean, obviously, most people retire at a reasonable age, and they're worried about what they're going to do for the next 40 years. I'm pretty ready. I was ready. I don't have a lot of time to think about all that stuff.
We got lots of time ahead of us.
I've worked long enough that I'm not missing it. That's kind of the way I feel about it.
Well, that's a good thing.
I thought I might, but you know, most people, I think most coaches have told me they retired too early at 60 or something. And I just really feel like it was the perfect timing.
Yeah.
And the program's in good shape. We have a great coaching staff. We have a great head coach. So
excited for them.
I'm excited. You know, you've been in the program for 60 years. You want it to be good. You want it to continue. And the program's in unbelievable hands.
Well, you left it in good shape. You know, I know. I kind of thought you were going to retire after our boys were finished.
I did think about that, but it was, you know, we had 6 young new players, and I wanted, as I told them, I'll coach you for you know, at least for a year and see how it goes. And I think they got through the year and they learned, and I think they got better. And I think that the program is in a good position. It's very difficult today because there's so much movement, so you never know for sure if things are going to be good or not because there's so much movement.
Yeah, who's staying, but we hope they stay. And I know that you getting that first year under their belts will be helpful for our coaches too. That first year is always the most difficult. But the one thing I heard you say that was kind of surprising is, usually this time in the season you're thinking about the losses, that don't go away. They keep nagging at you. But now you're thinking about the wins.
Yeah.
And I think that we're thinking about all the blessings. And
yeah, I think that's the right way. I think too many times we think about the negative things. And in daily life, when we have so many positive things,
we really do. We're so blessed.
We come up and say, "Oh, my hamburger wasn't good." Well, meanwhile, everything else was good today. I feel good. I'm moving around good. I'm going here and doing this. And
well, what will you miss the most when you think about it? I know what I'm going to miss.
I really am not sure. I think just being with the coaches, planning the team, working out things, seeing how the players develop. I think that's all kind of the fun part. The games are fun. I'll miss the games, the competition, trying to win, trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
I think that is, but you look back and you were in about 1,500 or 1,600 of them. I think Buddy even once said, "Well, Dad, you had enough, haven't you, those games?"
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, our kids were ready. Listen, it's one thing I never dabbled in was your decision to retire. I thought it was this year. I thought it would be sometime we wanted to kind of sneak off in the middle of the night without a big to-do. And so I expected it, but I wanted it to be when you were ready, and so did the kids. We're ready, but we wanted you to be ready.
I didn't want any tour. I didn't want to go into buildings with anything. I never would do that, and that kind of was looking like it could happen, and I didn't really think that was a good idea. And
that's hard to know. It's your last year. Those are hard. I'd rather not know and then it just be.
That's what happened.
Yeah. But then, I think for me, I'm going to miss the people the most. And I've told our staff and their families, I can do without everything except for you guys in my life. And I'll miss the recruiting and opening up our front door to, recruits and their families and even the ones that don't come here. That to me was the biggest blessing. But, like I've told players who have left and even left in the transfer portal, once you come here, you can never leave. So I'm hoping that holds true for us too. We'll stay in touch with everyone. We're still going to be family forever. But we are so grateful for our many blessings, and it's the people that to me stick out at the top, not the wins.
Yeah, I think it is that. And when I think about it, I came here when I was 17 years old, and it was a walk-on, and I had no idea what was going to happen. I didn't know if I'd make it through 6 months, let alone the whole year. And then when you finish playing, you think about coaching a little bit, and you kind of get into that, but you just don't really think that that's what you're going to do. And I didn't think that.
No, especially for 47 years.
A couple of years, and then you get the job, and you think, you're trying to get through 1 year, 2 years, and can we win? Can we be successful? And you worry about that, just like everybody worries about their job. And I worried about it for 47 years. If we're going to be good, we're going to do this, and it's just.
Well, you gave it your heart and soul.
Well, I look back and look at there's so many good times, and we were lucky. We avoided really bad stretches or have a season where you win 5 games, 10 games. Most people do that. They have those years.
Yeah, we're spoiled here for sure, and we just witnessed history, and we'll never see it like this again. No one ever will. Someone to come to their school, play, and never leave, and coach for 47 years at the same school. I mean, it's simple. And I think that the impact that you have had will just get louder and more clear as time goes.
Well, the fans have been great.
Yeah.
And fans coming up to you now every day.
Oh,
Every day.
Two sweet girls at our dinner last night. So unexpected. Just that means so much.
We go into a restaurant and there's 20 people there and 18 of them come over. So it's not like it's a couple.
Yeah,
and
watching him comb over the mail and with tears, very emotional.
There's just a
lot
large number of people that have followed us for a long time, and that's something that no other program has had that happen.
Yeah.
So it's a great feeling, and but our fans have been unbelievable and continue to be unbelievable as
we have
this
the best.
is coming.
in the dome and everything else. So thank you, everyone. We are happy. We are blessed. We are full and ready for the next chapter, right?
I'm ready.
Am I going to drive you crazy?
Probably. I'm getting a part-time job someplace because I know.
Well, he's going to try to take my show over, probably.
No, we won't do that. We
Okay.
won't.
Well, maybe you'll take one episode by yourself, Gail Page. Thank you, Gail.
It means a lot when people say something. I mean, it really does, because you're doing what I've always told the fans is that I'm going to do the best I can every year, and I have every year for the 47 years, and that's all you can do. And you give back to the community, which you have helped us do with the foundation. And if you can do those two things, that's about what you need. Well, that's true.
We're going to keep this foundation going, dig even deeper, and see what we can do, what the future holds for that as we continue to grow it. Do you want to help me do a trivia question?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we have one trivia question. This is the prize. Okay. So we had an event. SU put on a great event, and they gave these our best logo ever as a team championship. And Jim is going to sign the back. Okay?
Absolutely.
So he'll sign the back. The winner will get this. It looks kind of chintzy, but we love it. This is also going to be at our gala. When you buy a raffle, this will have your number on the back. So that's what we're going to do for that. All right, this is the trivia question. Good luck, everyone. What is my favorite reaction emoji? Let's see if he knows it. So which emoji do I use the most?
Oh, yours. Oh,
yeah.
Well, I know the answer.
Well, okay, you do? All right. Well, let's see. He says he does.
I think I do, but maybe not.
Okay, thank you. Jim, you should see some of Jim's. When he talks about bean, he'll send the beans. There's an emoji with beans on it, and he'll put that. The kids, we have a family group text, and it's chat. It's so fun. Okay.
We do the Wordle every day.
And the Wordle, we do that. The boys don't submit it unless they do well on it.
Yeah, they submit one a week.
Yeah,
and that's it.
If they did well.
They didn't even get it the other four.
All right, do we have some people chiming in here with some answers?
Yeah, but not yet.
Nobody yet? Jim, you might win this.
I might. I'm not really 100% sure, but
We're giving 10 more seconds.
it's probably one of the last.
Come on, take a guess.
Two. I'd say it's one of the last two, for sure. Right, Bean? Bean?
Bean has an opinion.
Bean, you're being good.
Okay,
today.
let's see if we get someone here with the right answer. Jim's testing out the necklace, too.
Yeah,
Do we have anybody? No.
Ooh, I would.
It's not that
Tracy, I would have
one.
picked that same one.
But if you're the only one who tries, you're going to win it.
Yeah,
By
you're
default.
gonna win anyway. I think.
Reggie Smith. Hi, Reggie. Well, it should be that. That's a cute emoji. But that one wasn't even an option. But
Nice
you're
try.
sending a big smile, and smile right back to you.
Nice try.
Reggie's watched every show. Reggie, take a guess. I know you want this necklace.
I don't want it.
You don't want it? No, Reggie might want it.
We'll give it to somebody.
No.
No winners. This is the first.
Let's go back again and see.
What's one?
Should I give the answer? Well, why don't we send it to at least the person who tried to answer? It's the silly one with the tongue out.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I send that one a lot because that's how I'm always feeling.
I think you send
Tracy,
the heart.
you're going to get this, okay?
And
Orange heart always works.
I send the heart all the time.
Yeah.
That's mine. So you get it
Send
because
us
of
your
that.
address.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. So next time you're going to see us together or see me is April. We're hoping for the week of the 17th-ish. We want to promo the gala. It's coming up, our 24th gala, April 29th. Come celebrate his retirement and everything else. It's always so much fun. The turnout is looking to be the tops this year, and we can't thank you guys enough.
Great day, great night at the Turning Stone.
It is. The players will be there. Mr. Shop is providing custom suits for our entire team and coaches. So amazing. No more rental tuxedos. Thank you so much, Joel and Mr. Shop, for your support there and making this such a fun experience for our players. It's the first for most, and such a special one. We'll also highlight the making of my dress. 3rd year to have an SU student make the dress. Love you, Mary.
Mary Nelson.
And so we want you there. Please come out. April, and the tickets are available right there. You go. There's your information. Mary Nelson will be there on the dance floor with me. So will my husband.
I will be there.
That's worth coming to see. Huge celebration, number 24. Don't miss it. You won't regret it. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you see us out and about, please say hi. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.